After the success of hiring the bar of fouls in the Euros, Premier League has followed suit. However, some managers aren't happy. Klopp saying it's like we're going 10 to 15 years backwards. If you like that sort of thing, watch wrestling. Solskjaer also added his concern about this new high tolerance, saying it's a foul. Stephen goes straight through Bruno. This is for the opening Saints goal with his arm and his hip across him. We can't go from one extreme of basketball last season to rugby now. Meanwhile, the PGMOL, of course, in charge of the referee, saying we are very pleased overall with how things have gone over the opening 2 rounds. The players have also bought into what we are trying to do to let the game flow. Some managers may take time adjusting to it depending on their team's style of play or decisions which have gone against them.
Just nonsense, really, isn't it? I mean, for example, both managers, but Solskjaer's comment about, well, he went through him. And then in the same sentence he said, well, he went around him.
Right.
His hip and his arm. We've watched it again. It's not a foul. It's not a foul. I mean, if he doesn't play any of the ball, maybe. But as for Klopp and Solskjaer saying it's gone back, listen, they are not reading the room of public opinion. Because everybody's really enjoying the fact that we're not seeing, and we didn't see it in the Euros, these stupid fouls every 30 seconds for minimal contact and players going over. Yeah. Referees are saying now, actually, we're just going to let this flow. You're still not allowed to tackle through the back. You're still not allowed to 2-foot people. You're still not allowed a leg-breaking challenge, but you're allowed a little bit more physicality. So I think these two are barking up the wrong tree. With your Liverpool goggles on, does he have a point?
Absolutely not. I don't get it at all. Nobody got concussion. I never saw any blood. Right. I didn't see physios coming on every 5 minutes.
Nobody gets stretched off.
They're 50-50 challenges. 50-50 challenges. So if somebody's bigger and stronger and wins that challenge, you're not happy. Oh, and guess what? Two teams who we all say should be trying to win the title are not happy that they can't just do what they want and everybody has to stand back and let them pass the ball around without tackling them. Because that's kind of what it smells like and smacks like. And you've got two guys. How many people are watching football around the world? Hundreds of millions, right? Yeah. These are the only two people I've heard say anything about the way the game has changed. Every other person has said, this is fantastic. I love the way the referees are refereeing the game now. I'm not shouting and swearing at the TV every 5 minutes because of people just falling to the floor. Yeah. I'm sorry, these two have got this completely wrong. But if you're Burnley and Southampton and you're playing these two teams, you have to bring a physicality to try and negate the quality level. Sure. It's a bit like when Wenger for years whinged and moaned, even before the season started, about having to go to Bolton and play Sam Allardyce. So Sam Allardyce was already in his head because he had a good Bolton side with some talented players there, but they had some big physical boys. And so, you know, we've seen we're going to talk about it later, but we'll discuss the sending off. There was a sending off in the West Ham game, and that was dealt with. Over physical. Bad challenge, sending off, nobody gets stretchered off. So, that's just a nonsense. I think 99.99% of people are enjoying the fact that every little bit of contact, Dan, is not a referee stopping the game.
What was wrong with United this weekend?
Well, they were just completely the opposite of their opening game against Leeds. But I did say to you, Leeds played into hands. Right. Southampton didn't. And also, he changed the side. He brought Matic in and he brought Martial in. Yeah. Now, you know, they scored 5 goals, was it 5? Yeah, they scored 5 against Leeds. Greenwood played well. Pogba loved playing those passes in behind. And McTominay is the most dynamic player they've got in the middle of the park, not Matic. So he made the changes and that didn't help. And also, and I know he played 2 in the opening day, why do you need to play a Fred and a Matic when you're playing Southampton, whose squad has been decimated with injuries, and yet you still feel I've got to give Lindelof and Maguire this protection of 2 holding midfielders? When you're playing Southampton, who have just been pilfered the squad, you know, in the transfer window, not good enough.
Definitely team selection.
Overcomplicating things or overthinking things?
Well, listen, teams like Manchester United have got a big squad. And for Ole to keep everybody happy, he has to try and give people time on the field. And he's probably looking at Southampton and saying, right, it's early in the season, maybe not everybody's 100%. I can play Matic and I can play Martial because A, maybe he thinks they're good players, and B, he's going to keep them on his side, and he thinks he can get away with it. And he didn't. And then when you throw in the guys that you rely on, the likes of Maguire, who had a horrible game, then that's when things go wrong. So, selection and individuals not performing.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN+.